Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about the sustainability practices in the personal care industry. The personal care industry is basically divided into two subsectors, that is personal hygiene and cosmetics. This industry roughly constitutes of around 750 companies with an annual revenue of more than $40 billion. Being the most trusted and cherished brands in this beauty and personal care industry, the industries are committed to doing their part to make the world better and hence reduce their footprints. They are focusing majorly on the three pillars of sustainability, that is environment, economy and society. As we can see here, the major factors that they are focusing on is the use of 100% renewable energy, 100% recycled packaging material, shift to renewable organic raw materials, and around 30 to 50% water reduction in the overall production process. The graph here clearly indicates that the major impact that this industry is making on the environment is because of the use of chemicals in the production process. This includes the waste and disposal methods of the products and the packaging that they are used. The matrix here shows about the various segments that are directly being targeted by some of the products from these industries. Like as we can see that the diapers majorly impact the management of supply chain and the use of resources, and similarly the hair coloring products have a major impact on the animals, consumers, use of resources, workers and community.
The diagram here shows a complete value chain of personal care product and its impact on environment. The different stages involved in manufacturing, distribution, selling and uses of the product have been mentioned here. The physical flows involved in manufacturing of the personal care product are raw material extraction, raw material processing, agriculture, intermediate production, manufacturing assembly, packaging, transport and distribution, retail, consumer uses and end-of-life disposal. The key area of impacts on the environment are natural resources, ecosystem, energy and climate, worker safety, human health, water, animal testing, livelihood, packaging waste, bioaccumulation, and product runoff. As you can see, water is involved in four stages of the product life, that are raw material processing, intermediate production, manufacturing and assembly, and consumer uses. Similarly, animal testing have been involved in three stages, that are raw material processing, intermediate production, and manufacturing assembly. Similarly, energy and climate are involved in raw material extraction, intermediate production, and transport and distribution stages. If this at each stage the impact on the environment can be regulated, it will lead to sustainable and global growth.
Now we are going to talk about the global certification in personal care. First of all, we are going to talk about ABNT Ecolabel. ABNT Ecolabel is a life cycle based ecolabel that is voluntary method of environmental performance certification and labeling for products and services in Brazil. It's a country specific ecolabel. B Corporation. B corporations are a new type of corporation which uses the power of business to solve social and environmental problems. It's an initiative taken by the corporates. Carbon-free certified products label is aimed at increasing awareness of product and emissions, recognizing companies that are compensating for their carbon footprints. It's an innovative way of reining in the carbon footprint throughout the world. Certified natural cosmetics. The makers of the product marked with BDIS certified natural cosmetics seal use natural raw materials such as plant oils, fats and waxes, herbal extracts and essential oils. This allows the customer to recognize those companies which are using natural raw materials in their product. Climatop. The aim of the Climatop is to label the most climate friendly products and services. Those are best in class. EarthSure. The purpose of the EarthSure program is to provide comprehensive environmental data to the purchaser, business and individuals so that the power of market can move the economy towards the overall environmental improvement.
Now we will discuss about Beauty and Personal Care Product Sustainability Summit. This summit gave 9 ideas for action that will be further refined. These ideas are as follows. First is S to know, creating scalable behavior change around water usage through gamification. Next is gaining objective customer insights to understand what actually consumers want when it comes to sustainable beauty and personal care products. Next is science-based assessment, to figure out a common set of criteria for evaluating product stewardship and sustainability. Next is standard ingredient information sharing. Information sharing across the whole value chain. Standardized request for information. Developing a feedback mechanism that spans the supply chain. Working group for success. Creating a working group to drive new preservative systems. Next is simplifying recycling. Increase recycled content as well as quality and quantity of materials. Next is catalyze innovation on alternative preservatives. Last is better information for our customers and guests, creating a relevant transparency system for the consumer.
Here we talk about the various best sustainability practices that the companies have undertaken. The companies from the personal care category, GCPL, they have taken an initiative of conserving the mangrove plantation, which basically acts as a stopover for over 100 species of migratory birds. Reckitt Benckiser, the company in the same domain, since 2006 has planted 7 million native trees in Canada to offset a total of 2.4 million tons of CO2. Body Shop, which is also one of the biggest name in this category, it recognizes wood as an integral part of the organization in terms of gifts and accessories. What we look from these examples, the fact that these companies have taken an initiative of integrating the entire environmental resources into their value chain. The other example that we look at is the footprint reduction, the initiative which is taken by GCPL, Godrej Consumers and Product Limited. Its goal by 2015 is to limit humans' global footprint within Earth's capacity to sustain life. Then reduction of water usage by Johnson & Johnson, which has 75 plus products that have been recognized by Earthwards, a process that improves sustainability. Reckitt, another initiative taken up by Reckitt is to create products that use less water, energy and packaging across their lifestyle. L'Oreal, it reduced water consumption by approximately 30% by water harvesting technologies. Then the various initiatives under the category of recycling of products, one of them being Johnson & Johnson, which have created awareness about the importance of recycling products by Care to Cycle campaign. Body Shop, it is the first organization to have used 100% PCR plastic bottles. Hindustan Liver, the usage of PET bottles is one of the innovative technologies that Hindustan Unilever has accepted. Then reduction of CO2 emissions is one of the primary objectives of various companies in this category. Johnson & Johnson, effective supply chain management. Body Shop, initiative of making continuous efforts to reduce its carbon footprint by having an efficient distribution system. Hindustan Liver, reduction of GHG emissions from refrigeration by using HC refrigerants. So one of the factors that we look at by the various initiatives that these companies have taken is the fact that by taking up these initiatives, they have managed to reduce their cost drastically, emphasizing on the supply chain initiatives, emphasizing on reducing the water footprints in their entire value chain. This has helped these companies to create value for themselves as well as for the environment. Then there are certain other practices which have been taken up by various companies. Reckitt Benckiser has achieved a zero waste to landfill measure. Landfill is one of the most talked about point in terms of environmental measurements. The companies, they pay no heed to the waste that they dispose to landfill, and Reckitt Benckiser have tried to rectify that problem. Hindustan Unilever, it has taken an initiative of 88% of reduction in the total waste generation, where 2008 has been taken up as a baseline and 2014 is the target year. Another point that the companies have stressed upon is the responsible sourcing of raw materials. L'Oreal, for example, has aimed to ensure that they source 100% of their raw materials which have no impact on biodiversity. Body Shop, they follows an effective and sustainable ways of sourcing of products and ingredients. Hence, I would like to conclude by saying that all these companies, they have been taking up these initiatives for quite some time in this category, and most of these companies, they have managed to achieve their targets, and some of them aspire to achieve in the near future. Now we look at the various metrics that these companies have adopted to look at the efficiency of the initiatives that the companies have taken. One of them is Virtual Formulae by L'Oreal. It basically increases the relevance of results, accelerates the process, and reduces the quantities of raw materials used and waste. Hence, here they are being able to quantify their usage of raw materials and hence can reduce that usage. Moving on, L'Oreal's plant in Pune. It has been awarded as with ISO 14000 and OSAS 18001 certification. Fight against animal testing. Body Shop has also taken an initiative to basically stress upon one of the most critical area in the personal care segment, which affects animals in a drastic way. They have been awarded by Human Cosmetic Standards in 1997 for their drive against animal testing. Body Shop, again, it has started the eco-conscious symbol to project Body Shop as an environment-friendly brand. Here, fatlays are used to make plastic flexible and triclosan used as antibacterial. Support community fair trade. Body Shop, again, one of those companies that have been very vigilant in terms of taking their initiatives towards environmental sustainability. They aim to source the maximum from small and local community groups, mostly from developing nations, by providing those jobs and a fair price for their efforts.
Now let's talk about key sustainability goals and performance comparisons. Here in this table we can see companies like Unilever, P&G, L'Oreal, Colgate had set some goals to be achieved by 2020. Some of the important goals are water reduction, energy efficiency, renewable energy mix, packaging material, waste management, transportation. Here the color green, yellow and red has been used to show the progress by the individual companies in achieving their goals. National Product Association developed natural standard and certification for personal care products, a set of guidelines that dictate whether a product can be deemed truly natural or not. Thank you very much.